I'm Raffaella. I'm an activist from Germany and Austria, where I do German activism, and I've been watching your videos for a couple of years. And I've been on your Discord. I've been a Patreon supporter. He's filming, if that's okay for you.
Yes, it's okay.
So I just wanted to thank you for your work and keep on going. And it's nice to meet you in person.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for your support.
Of course, yeah. I do have some critique points too, but that's normal. And I just wanted to ask you what you think of this, for example, when we phrase things like slavery and rape, because I've seen you use a little bit softer words sometimes.
If you know a family member or a friend or a colleague, someone who's doing veganuary, then hopefully this book is the perfect gift that you can give them to help them this veganuary and to give them the drive and passion and enthusiasm to, of course, remain vegan once January comes to an end.
And I just wanted to ask if you will stick to that in the future?
Probably.
Okay.
I think it's different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
I think the messaging and vocabulary you use is always going to get through to people in different ways. I think that for a lot of people, those like very strong words are going to have a positive impact. But I don't think for everyone they will. And I think sometimes language can be one of the most important things that we can use in bringing someone on board. And sometimes I found in the past I began arguing with people over language rather than the message itself.
Yes.
And in that situation I thought, well, maybe if I use different language I could still make the point, but I'd have a more fruitful discussion. So I think it really depends. I think there are different environments, and in some environments, yes, those types of words can be very powerful and very thought-provoking. And then in other ones, I think they can be very divisive. And I think a lot of the work that I do, more often than not, those words will be more divisive than helpful. So it really depends on the situation and context, I think.
I do understand the sentence where you say I've had situations where I've been talking more about the words itself, but in effect, when you talk about the words we use to describe what's happening to the animals, you are actually talking about their value in our system. So that's why I'm so adamant about using the words that we would use in human slavery situations.
Ignoranz, Sklaverei, Mord und Gewalt.
And that's what I try to also share with other vegans, because when people critique me for using these words, you can turn this whole situation, ask them why you shouldn't.
Right.
And I think that's exactly the core message that we're trying to spread, and that's the way of breaking speciesism through things. Because actually I've been watching your videos since 5 years, and I wasn't vegan when I watched your videos. And I'm not saying that it's your fault, because obviously it's my fault. When I read the word vegan, I should go vegan and stuff.
Right.
But I'm now trying to be the kind of vegan that I would have had to have 10 years ago. Someone where I see a video where they use these words and I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? But it doesn't mean that you didn't impact me. Of course you did. I'm not trying to put you down at all.
I wouldn't mind if it wasn't your personal, your personal preference, the way that I do things. So yeah, I think as you say, there are certain times where those words can help us bring value to animals, and that's a very insightful way of looking at it.
It was exactly the word Holocaust that turned me vegan, because someone went through the roof when I said it's just so many, it's like the Holocaust, and they were like, you can't compare the animals with the Holocaust. I was like, why not? And for me, that's why I try to say that a lot. But thank you anyways, and maybe that shifts something in me and in you, and that we have to be more effective together as vegans.
Well, and I think you're right about effective things. It's always a learning process, and I don't think there's ever a situation where the answer will be the answer in every situation, because as we talk about nuance, we talk about complexity of different people and the way we speak to different people, and so effective communication and effective advocacy is a learning process, isn't it?
Definitely.
There's always going to be situations that we can improve, we can do things differently, and it's all about learning from experience and learning from what research tells us. And all these
I think research actually tells us that if we use more radical language.
Hier, nimm den panierten Leichnam eines versklavten, vergewaltigten, ermordeten Tiers.
That people cannot evade anymore. They are more provoked, however more stays, because it's not a euphemism. They are sugar-cottoned in euphemisms all day long, and I think it's our moral obligation as vegan activists to not use traitorous language.
To break the facade.
Yes, to break speciesism through the words we use.
Yeah, it's a very interesting point of looking at it. Yeah, fantastic. Well, it's so nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you too, and I will be making more English content, so of course I will be tagging you. I'm the Militant vegan.
Oh, well, it certainly seems.
But I try to actually be nice, but people say everything that we say with the truth is militant, so we have to take that back.
Well, yeah, this is the thing, is the word militant is a weaponized word, and even if you use the softest language, people will still call you militant.
That's the truth, because it doesn't matter. I tried the soft route, I really did. But at the end of the day, as soon as you want more from people than just eating organic or stuff, they will call you militant. So why not use the terms anyways? Because
so embrace it and take it. Yeah, right.
I guess even you people call militant sometimes, right?
Yes.
So it obviously doesn't matter. You might as well use the hammer.
Well, yes, yeah, exactly. I think context and situations depend, will be somewhat dependent, but yes, I understand what you're saying.
One more thing that I wanted to thank you for. 5 years ago, I was a doctor and I was really unhappy with the health system and everything, and I knew that I wanted to have my life about veganism and animal rights as soon as I turned vegan a few years later. And your Patreon, the community in the Discord server, and the information that I got, I'm now a full-time vegan rights, animal rights activist. So that's something that you showed me that it's possible. And that's wonderful. Thank you so
did
much.
it.
Yeah, I did it.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Keep up your great work.
And I'm socially awkward right now because I'm so flabbergasted. I'm sorry. No, I know. I hate it too. People do that to me, and I hate it. But it just feels like some dreams are coming true, and that's nice. And I hope that the animal rights dream comes true too. That's
you and I both. Fingers crossed. Yeah, terrific. And what was your name?
Raffaella.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure I'll see your work.
Yes, I hope so. If you don't, then I did something wrong. They will say Earthing Ed is much nicer than you, and I will say, well, I hope you go vegan. That's it. Go vegan.
Well, whatever works for everyone, right?
Yeah, that's
perfect.
true.
Well, nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice evening.
Have a nice vegan evening. That's what I always say.
Yes, likewise.